Welcome back to my YouTube channel Old Coins Value, where we explore the hidden stories and surprising values of historic coins from around the world, and today we're diving deep into the history of the 1977 Washington quarter, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but actually holds a rich legacy tied to American history, coinage evolution, economic shifts, and collector fascination. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1977 quarter, let's step back and understand the origins of the Washington quarter series itself, which began in 1932. This coin was introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and it replaced the standing Liberty quarter, which had been in circulation. Since 1916, the United States Mint selected sculptor John Flanagan's design to feature a profile of Washington on the obverse or front of the coin, and the reverse originally featured an eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows and framed by olive branches symbolizing peace and strength. The Washington quarter quickly became a staple in American currency, both for its patriotic design and its functionality. It was minted in 90% silver and 10% copper up until 1964, when rising silver prices and hoarding behaviors forced a major change in U.S. coinage. In 1965, the mint eliminated silver from the quarter entirely, switching to a copper-nickel-clad composition that would continue for decades to come, including the 1977 issue. Fast forward to the 1970s, a period marked by economic uncertainty, inflation, and shifting political landscapes. The 1977 Washington quarter was struck during a time when the U.S. economy was recovering from the energy crisis of the early part of the decade. Inflation had begun to stabilize, and Americans were returning to normal spending habits. The quarter minted in this year reflected not just everyday commerce, but also the enduring presence of George Washington as a symbol of American heritage and unity. The 1977 quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins with no mint mark. The Denver Mint used the D-Mint mark, and San Francisco minted only proof coins marked with an S. The coins minted for circulation were struck for everyday transactions, while the proof coins were made specifically for collectors, using a special process that involved polished plankets and dies, creating a mirror-like finish. From a technical standpoint, the 1977 quarter has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, weighs 5.67 grams, and is made of a copper core with a nickel outer layer. This clad composition was introduced to make coins more affordable and reduce dependence on precious metals. The reeded edge, a common feature on U.S. quarters, helps prevent counterfeiting and coin clipping, which were more common practices in earlier centuries. The obverse design of the 1977 quarter remained faithful to John Flanagan's original rendering of George Washington. However, the details evolved slightly over the decades due to wear on the dies and changes in minting technology. These subtle differences can sometimes be seen by collectors who study the alignment of the lettering, spacing, and relief depth of Washington's bust. The reverse design still featured the heraldic eagle, which continued to represent the ideals of freedom and strength. The eagle clutches arrows symbolizing defense, and olive branches symbolizing peace, a recurring theme in American iconography. This design remained until 1999, when the 50-state quarters program was introduced, transforming the reverse of the quarter every few months to represent a new state and reinvigorating public interest in coin collecting. What makes the 1977 Washington quarter especially interesting for collectors is not only its place in the timeline of American coinage, but also the potential for errors and varieties. As with many coins produced in high volumes, errors can occur due to die wear, misalignment, or debris on the minting equipment. Known varieties of the 1977 quarter include doubled die-up versus off-center strikes, broad strikes, and clipped plankets. These rare coins are sought after and can command higher prices depending on rarity and condition. In terms of mintage, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 468 million quarters in 1977, while the Denver Mint produced more than 256 million. The San Francisco Mint made over 3 million proof coins. These high mintages mean that most 1977 quarters are not rare in circulated condition. However, coins in mint state, especially those graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can be valuable to collectors, with some specimens selling for significant premiums depending on eye appeal, luster, and strike quality. The 1977 as proof quarter is especially appreciated by numismatists who collect modern proof sets. These coins were never intended for general circulation and were sold directly to collectors in protective cases. If kept in pristine condition, these proof quarters retain their brilliant mirror-like surfaces and intricate details, making them ideal for high-quality collections. Let's now examine the coin market trends and how the value of the 1977 quarter has evolved over time. In the early 2000s, there was a renewed interest in modern coinage, partly due to the popularity of the state quarters program. This led many to look back at pre-1999 quarters with new appreciation, especially high-grade examples and error coins. The value of a circulated 1977 quarter remains at face value 25 cents, but uncirculated or proof examples can be worth several dollars or more depending on grade and demand. Collectors and investors alike should understand that while most 1977 quarters may not bring instant riches, they represent an accessible entry point into coin collecting. Their abundance makes them ideal for beginner collectors to learn about mint marks, errors, and grading without a large financial commitment. They also provide a snapshot of American history through the lens of its coinage, offering insights into design, evolution, economic policy, and national identity. When considering grading and authentication, it's important to turn to reputable sources. Coins graded by services like PCGS and NGC come with certification and encapsulation, offering collectors peace of mind and greater confidence when buying, selling, or trading coins. Graded examples of the 1977 quarter and MS-66 or MS-67 can be particularly valuable, though they are rare and require careful inspection and documentation. As we continue exploring this coin, it's worth looking into the broader cultural significance of the Washington Quarter series. George Washington, as a historical figure, remains a cornerstone of American democracy. His appearance on the quarter since 1932 has symbolized the nation's reverence for its founding leaders. The design's longevity speaks to its acceptance by the public and the mint's commitment to tradition, even as coinage underwent numerous transformations over the years. The 1977 quarter thus serves as both a financial instrument and a historical artifact, representing a period of relative stability. Following a decade of upheaval, it connects past and present through its continued circulation and its presence in millions of coin jars, pockets, cash registers, and vending machines across the country. For those passionate about coin collecting, the 1977 Washington Quarter is a key piece in understanding the post-silver era of American coins. Its commonality makes it a staple in most collections, but its variations and potential errors create room for discovery and excitement. Every coin has a story, and even one as familiar as the Washington Quarter can surprise us with what it reveals about our history, technology, and values. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the full history, details, and collector insights into the 1977 Washington Quarter. If you found this video helpful and informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Old Coins Value, where we continue uncovering the fascinating world of rare and historic coins from across the globe.